Hello, my name is Ben Sterry from BI Focus, and today I'd like to talk to you about creating an application to give insight into your data in less than 5 minutes. The 5-minute challenge comes from Qlik's own website. Having downloaded the November edition, you'll see that it says in just 5 minutes you'll be able to discover more insights into your data. So I'd like to build an application based on accident and emergency data for October from the NHS. We have a file which contains an organisation code, an area, the organisation name, the number of A&E attendees, and the number who breached the 4-hour target. However, it doesn't contain geography information, but that's available in a separate file which gives the postcode for each trust. So we'll start the timer going in the bottom left-hand corner and create an application which I have decided to call Postcode Lottery. Go ahead and create that application, and then open the application. Into that application I want to load both files. So first of all we'll bring in the October A&E data, and I'm using the data manager to bring all the data in. So first of all we'll select the organisation parent code, organisation name, and then we want the number of attendees and then the number of attendees who breached the 4-hour target. I don't want everything in here, only those trusts which have delivered type 1 A&E, so we'll set those to be greater than 0, just filter on that data. And then we also want to be able to match this data with the postcode data available in a separate file, so we'll bring in this file. Unfortunately there's no headings to the fields, so I'll need to put in code and the postcode heading and just bring in the relevant fields for that and add that data in. Now we should be able to merge these two files, and you'll see the organisation code and the code match. I'd like to be able to see this data visualized on a map, and in order to do that I need to bring in a KML file which maps all of the boundaries for the postcodes. Here you can see the first 2 characters of the postcode. So I'm bringing in that KML information, and now I want to match that with the postcode data that we've just loaded. However, the postcode contains the 2 sets of characters, so I'm going to split that into 2 halves using the split function based on the space. I've now got postcode 1 and postcode 2. Now I'll use the purge character function to remove the unwanted numerical characters from postcode 1. As I type, you'll see type ahead completes both purge character and postcode 1, and now I've reduced postcode 1 to the 1 or 2 alpha characters that are required. So now my newly created postcode area matches the name in the KML file. So I'll manually create a join between these two and then associate that, and now we can load the data in. We're halfway through our challenge now, and it's time to start creating the visualizations. Just before I do that though, I'm going to create a couple of things called master items. They are measures that we will use in a number of different charts. The first one is patients, and I'm going to base that on a sum of all of the patients who've attended type 1 A&E. You can see using the expression editor to build this measure. The second measure that I want to create is the percentage of patients treated within the 4-hour target. So I'm going to take the total number of patients, I'm going to deduct from that the percentage of patients who breached the 4-hour target, and then I'll put parentheses around the whole of that and then divide it by the total number of patients, which will give me the percentage who are treated in less than 4 hours. And that's what we will entitle this measure. So let's go ahead and create that second measure. Right. Next thing that we want to do now is to actually build the visualization. So I'd like to start with a KPI, which we will put in the top left-hand corner. This will show the total number of patients treated within the target. Then I'd also like to have a table so we can see that, and finally I'd like to have a map. So we can now go back to our measures and see the KPI, and then we will select the organisation, and then against that I want to put the total number of patients and also the percentage treated within the target, and then finally, I'd like to create a map. On the map, I'd like to plot as an area layer the KML boundaries, and you can see that's being plotted now. And now I'd like to give a visualization by colouring these according to whether or not they breach the target. So we built a rudimentary application, but I'd like to tidy it up just slightly. First of all, we'll change the colours, so that red shows as poor and blue as good on the map. And then I'd like to change the KPI and set the percentage to display correctly. And I'll do the same then on the number format on the table. So now we've got the percentage treated within 4 hours showing correctly. So we've built an application in just under 5 minutes, which gives an overall KPI for the number of patients treated in less than 4 hours, the trust, the number of patients they've treated, and the performance against the 4-hour target, and a visual representation of that on a map by postcode area. And now we can interact with the table and sort, selecting the 10 worst performing trusts and seeing that there is an overall KPI of 65% treated in less than 4 hours. See that they're geographically spread, but not so much in the southeast. We can cancel that selection and select the 10 best performing trusts. Again, we can see that their overall performance is 96% treated in 4 hours, and again see the geographic spread, but again not so much in the southeast. Or we can interact directly with the map and select the 2 worst performing buckets and see which trusts those are and where they are located. If you would like to unlock the information which is hidden in your own data, then why not make contact with BIFocus? You can reach us at bifocus.co.uk, where our contact details are available. Thanks for watching this short video.